The best enduro strength training exercises. So I'm just over here in my garage gym, and you can see I've got my weight training gear here and some of my weight plates here. So what I'm going to go through in this video is some of the best exercises that you can use to be able to help you to build strength. And so one of the biggest problems that I see is that a lot of riders really neglect strength. And I definitely did that with my own racing, but I see that with other riders as well. And not only neglect it, but demonize lifting heavy weights. And the biggest problem with that is that when you go and ride, you've got a 100 kilo bike, okay? And then you've got your body weight on top of that. So if you're weighing 80 kilos, but you've got a total of 180 kilos that you need to be able to wrestle around. Now, there's no amount of cycling, no amount of running, no amount of rowing that you can do that's going to allow you to develop the strength to wrestle around 180 kilos without actually getting yourself stronger and lifting some weights. So the most important thing is you're just doing the right types of movements with the right types of weights. And that's going to make sure that you don't get big and bulky and get arm pump, and actually make sure you just get strong and strength that you can actually use on the bike, not in the gym. So first thing we're going to do is I'll walk you through what we're going to do for today. So I'll just give you guys a bit of a better camera angle here. There we go. Hopefully that should be right. So what I'm going to show you here is just, first of all, I've got my setup, right? So usually for a strength session, for our riders and for me as well, we'll do 1 or 2 strength movements, okay? We're not doing a whole heap of exercises, it's just 1 or 2 main strength movements that we're doing for each session. So what I'm gonna go through with you today is I'll go through the deadlift, how to warm up and how to get set up, and then how many sets and reps you can do for your particular workout as well. So first thing we do, because we're at home, I just get these rubber mats out, but you don't have to use them, but it just saves the weights being smashed on the concrete and damaging the plates. So what we're going to do for today is the workout that we're going to do for the strength is 4 sets of 10 deadlifts. The reason deadlifts are so good, I'll show you some first if you've never seen a deadlift before. Hopefully you can see. I'll go on a bit of an angle for you guys so you can see. So start off at mid-shin and go up to a standing position. The reason deadlifts are so great is because they use a very similar movement to how we move on the bike. Okay, they use our hips a reasonable amount. But if we go into this position here where I'm starting, if I let go of the bar for a minute, what you can see is that this position here is roughly the position that I stand in when I'm on the bike, okay? I'm moving my ass up and down off the seat, which is very similar to the hinging movement pattern that we have when we deadlift. So that's why I love the deadlift so much. The other thing that's great about using the barbell is we can load it up with some weight, okay? If you're just using body weight for your training, the problem that you're gonna have is you can only get as strong as your body weight. So if you weigh 80 kilos, you're always moving 80 kilos. If we're doing deadlifts, for example, with the right movement, and we've got a barbell, we can keep adding weight every session, and we can get ourselves stronger. So generally, if we're doing 4 sets of 10 for our workout, okay, I'll start with an empty bar. I might do a few warm-up sets, just making sure that I'm moving well, got my back nice and straight, knees are tracking over my toes, and just to get myself warm. Okay, generally during the colder months, the warm-up takes a bit longer because you're cold. During the colder months, it'll take a little bit longer to get warmer. During the warmer months, like when I'm filming this, you get warm reasonably quickly. So if we just have a quick peep over here, these are all the weight plates that I got. These are the bumper plates, 5 kilos, 10s, 15s, 20s, and 25s. I've got the whole set just because it makes it easier to make smaller increments. I've also got like the small 2.5 kilo plates there and some 1.25s there to go on each end. It's probably another problem I see with people that weight train is they don't have enough variety of weights. And because they don't have enough variety of weights, they can't increase each week. So with our 4 sets of 10, we're going to work up to a moderate weight for today for the sets of 10. But then for each following session, what you can do is you can just add on a tiny bit more weight. So when I say increase the weight each session, I'm not talking about deadlifting 80 kilos today and then doing 100 next session. I'm talking about maybe if doing 80 kilos, if that's a moderate weight for you today, and then doing 82.5 next week, and then 85 the next week, and then 87.5 the next week. We want to have a nice ramp like this, whereas most people just try and redline and set a new world record every training session. So that's done. I'll just grab these weight plates here. I might go, so this is a 15 kilo bar that I've got here. So this is a 15 kilo plates that I'm putting on each side. So we've got a total of 45 kilos. Okay. So I'm just giving you guys an example of like how I warm up and how I get ready, but it depends on your level of strength. You might be 10 times stronger than I am, and that means that your moderate weight is a lot heavier than mine, or maybe you haven't done much strength training before, okay, and maybe your moderate weight is a lot lighter than what I'm showing you here. So the goal is not to try and lift a specific weight. The goal is just to start off where moderate is for you, okay, whatever level that you're at. Start off here, so we're going to do our warm-up. Okay, so we might do 5 as a warm-up, and then let's just say, for example, say for today, let's say this will be our working weight. Okay, so that's 2 warm-up sets I've done. I'm putting 10s on now on each side. So that'll leave us at 65. Okay, so let's just say this is our working weight. So again, if you're using a heavier weight than this as your moderate, that's great. You're just probably going to do a few more warm-up sets. So put the weight down there, and we'll kick off in a minute. So 50, 60, 70, yep, so 65 kilos we've got there. So we're going to start through our sets of 10. So I'm just going to do 1 set of 10. For this, I recommend keeping the same rest periods, okay? One of the challenges that I see for a lot of people when they're trying to get strong is they change their rest periods all the time, every time they train. They don't pay any attention to it. It is a lot harder to do a strength workout when you use 1 minute rest periods compared to 5 minutes rest periods because you've been talking between sets and going on your phone. So you get a different stimulus from the workout based on how long you rest for, okay? So if you want to build up a little bit of lung capacity and a bit more endurance and stamina, try and use shorter rest periods, okay? About a minute. If you want to build just pure strength, then you can rest for 3 to 5 minutes, okay? But for riding and racing, 1 minute rest periods, awesome place to start. And also means you can get into your training and actually get shit done rather than getting to the gym or going training and spending more time resting than you are training. So I'll do a set of 10 with this. So we set up, we just want to make sure technique's always important, okay? Making sure that your form is good. We're not trying to set a world record. We're not trying to impress other people at the gym. You're not trying to impress the coach. You're trying to impress me. You're trying to lift well so that you can train for the rest of your life and keep building strength. So always go on the more conservative side with your weights rather than on the I'm trying to impress everyone side. Cool. So that's my set of 10. So a rest for a minute. Okay, use a stopwatch, and then you can go into your next set of 10. And then that'll be your strength work done for that session. Then you can finish off with some interval work, which you can see in one of my other videos. And then that's your session done. Okay, it's not about doing a million different exercises. It's not about flogging the shit out of yourself all the time. And it's not about trying to train twice a day and do as many hours as you can. It's about getting in, doing the right stuff. Once you're done, get out and go home, go and enjoy your riding on the weekend. If you'd like some help with this stuff, you want your training mapped out for you, apply for my Faster Laps program below. Otherwise, hopefully you enjoyed this video.